Thanks, Cahirlock. The bill calls for the standardisation, ease of access and time limits for applications for the housing adaptation grants, and I would support that call. However, if the matter of inadequate or insufficient funding for the sheer volume of applications isn't addressed, then the speeding up of the grants is kind of a complete delusion in the sense, and I say this in my experience in Louth County Council, there are currently 460 applications for grants outstanding. And this would include 138 rollovers from last year that couldn't be processed, as we were told, due to the lack of funding. And 76 of those were deemed to be priority 1, highest priority. And this year's allocation is totally inadequate to process all of those, including the rollovers from last year. And I want to give a couple of examples. An elderly couple who've been in touch with my office about their application, and the husband has a malignant tumour affecting his bowel and bladder. He's epilepsy and breathing problems. His wife has steadily worsening mobility issues and other chronic illnesses. They currently have to use an upstairs bathroom. Now, they submitted an application for downstairs bedroom and bathroom in January of 2018, and they were deemed by the Council to be priority 1, highest priority, in April of 2018. And the following month, they were told that the budget had been fully allocated already for 2018. And if the Council didn't receive, this is what they were told, if the Council didn't receive additional funding, then their application couldn't be processed until this year. So I wrote to the Council many times about their application, stressing that this couple were both seriously ill. But finally, this month, they've been informed that the works will go ahead, but 18 months after they had first applied, both being priority 1 cases. Another constituent of mine had 2 hip replacements, 2 hip operations, and is unable to access his bath. And he applied for a grant for an accessible shower and a stair lift. He was told that the grant was approved in February 2018, and a year later, February 19, I had to write to the Council again, querying the delay. The Council responded that he was on a housing list, that applications for adaptation works had been placed on a waiting list, and that they couldn't confirm a timeline for the commencement of works. Funding, given that there's carryovers every year, funding is in no way sufficient to deal with the sheer volume of applications. People are struggling to perform basic daily tasks, like using the bathroom, for example, or even being unable to have a shower, or because they can't access the bath. They're waiting years for a downstairs bathroom and shower to be fitted. And this is, again, because of delays and the insufficient funding provided. Priority 1 emergency cases are having to wait much longer. And there's 2 examples, and I could actually give you a string load of examples, and some of them really, really serious and shameful, in fact, that people were waiting so long. So the government, not only in addressing the ease of access and the time limits and the standardisation, they have to address the insufficient funding to cater for it. And tinkering around the edges is pointless if funding is insufficient, and that is also one of the big issues here.